Well, if you watched this program for any length of time, or even worse, admitted you did in the wrong company, you would have realized by now a sad but simple fact about the left. They hate normal people and want them to die. Now, I know that sounds a bit like, hyperbole or hyperbole, as Julia Gillard might have put it, but really, it's true. Yes, Gillard. So, that train wreck in America? I'm talking about the one in East Palestine, Ohio, by the way, not the one in the White House. Well, the one that dumped all those horrendous chemicals into the air and river and killed livestock and pets, and where the same people who spent 3 years shrieking at everyone to put on a mask turned around and told the locals who lived nearby to go back home and drink the tap water? Well, I think we may have an answer to what's going on with this hypocrisy, courtesy of those lovely ladies at The View.
He placed someone with deep ties to the chemical industry in charge of the EPA's Chemical Safety Office. That's who you voted for in that district. Donald Trump, who reduces all safety. He did in those days.
Showed up at McDonald's and those voters saw something on the ground that probably resonates in a way that they need.
But they need to look past the photo ops, these people, and say, who's doing the job here? Forget about the photo op.
Showing up is a big thing.
I think this is Donald Trump's fault.
Yeah, did you hear that, you stupid Ohio hicks? It's your fault you've been hit with this disaster. You voted for Trump. Take your medicine, goobers. This is, of course, a common thread we hear often on the left, the idea that disasters which befall their political enemies are like plagues and punishments sent down by the gods of wokeness to smite those who fail to put their pronouns in their email sign-off blocks. Well, whether it is lefty writers like James Wolcott, who once cheered on hurricanes and natural disasters smashing up rednecks in Florida, or Democrat media outlets blaming Republicans for dying of COVID because they didn't follow a quote-unquote science that looks shakier by the day, this elite loathing for normal folks who don't vote like they're told has been around for decades, if not longer. But now, with this train crash in East Palestine, this loathing is turning into a real political headache for Democrats who still want to hold on to office next year. And with Joe Biden too busy stroking Zelensky's biceps in Ukraine and Transport Secretary Pete Buttigieg too busy complaining about white construction workers seriously to do his real job, well, is it any wonder that Donald Trump stepped in to deliver water and encouragement and other supplies?
Hello, everybody. That's a nice, beautiful-looking group of people. So I know this menu better than you do, okay? I probably know it better than anybody in here. We're going to take care of the fire department. Okay. We're going to take care of the police department. What do you make it about Biden not showing up? You showing up before he did. I think it's terrible. You know
Thank you so much
for coming. Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you for your service.
What's your message to Joe Biden before you leave?
Thank you. Get over here.
Yeah, right. Contrast this with how things went for U.S. Transport Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who was shamed by Trump's visit into showing up in East Palestine the very next day.
First tweet expressing concern for the residents of East Palestine a week and a half after the accident happened. In hindsight, was that waiting too long to express anything hours after you had addressed the makeup of work crews on highway construction projects just that very day?
Was it a mistake not to come here sooner?
What I tried to do was balance two things. My desire to be involved and engaged and on the ground, which is how I am generally wired to act, and my desire to follow the norm.
What can he do on the ground today that would actually help you guys?
I think that for a lot of people, it's a little, no matter what happens right now, it's going to seem very late on the federal response. This happened on the 3rd of February, so.
The political cleanup operation in the White House is now almost as messy, which of course it will be when Karine Jean-Pierre is left holding the bucket on the question of whether Biden himself will go out to East Palestine, to do some old-fashioned presidenting.
Can I just ask you again, following up on East Palestine, can you at least, I know you can't say that the president has plans to go there now, but is it in discussion that the president may go there in the near future?
I just don't have anything to share. I know there's a lot of interest on that.
I mean, I guess the question, for folks there, though, at least to say it's in discussion, has it been something that's even under consideration?
I mean, I think what folks should understand and what folks should, I think, feel at ease is that the president has taken this very seriously.
Taking it seriously? Is she zooming us?
This time was not. I did a whole video. I mean, what the hell? Zoom. All I can every time I think of Zoom, that's song in my genre. Who's zooming who?
No, but seriously, for Democrats and the high priests of the woke American media, this has all been very revealing about their attitudes towards ordinary Americans, Republicans, and of course, Donald J. Trump. Not only did the proletarians out in East Palestine not have the good grace to shut up and accept this disaster, which was clearly their own fault for voting for Trump, stop yelling about it and making things look bad for Biden, but then Trump had to go and have the bad taste to show that the Democrats don't even pretend to care. Who's zooming who, indeed?